For Tim Welsh and Clay Matvick, let's head to Lawrence, Kansas, West Virginia and KU.
And Brandon Denver. And we welcome those of you that have been watching Texas Tech and Baylor. We welcome you to Saturday Showcase presented by 5-Hour Energy. Quentin Grimes off the mark. Lightfoot, though, the rebound. Dotson to the hole. And Devon Dotson will go to the line, and he will shoot 2. West Virginia by a point. John Shelby, Fran Fraschilla here in Lawrence. K-State in first place at 19-5, 92. And updated the standings. Texas Tech at 9-4. Kansas at 8-4 in the league.
You realize, John, that if Iowa State, who's playing right now over in Manhattan, about 80 miles away, if they were to win today, what the top of the league would look like, it would be a mad scramble. Right now, K-State looking solid coming down the home stretch, but that's a big one out on I-70.
Well, this is the Big 12 is as tightly contested as any of the major conferences.
No question. No question. Top 5 teams in the league, particularly. Baylor played today without 2 starters.
I will have Baylor and Iowa State Tuesday in Ames. There's a travel, another turnover.
So one of the things that's happened with Bill Self through this season is they started out, John, with a big lineup. Lawson and Azubuike inside. When Azubuike got hurt, they went to the 4 guards. But since Garrett went out, they've gone back to playing big, and what that's done, it's allowed Lawson to play out top, and it's really spread the floor. There's Lawson.
Lawson been shooting the 3 really well. Dedrick Lawson, last 7 games coming in, shooting 48% from 3.
And that wasn't available when they played 4 guards around him because Lawson had to play in the post.
Haley the kick out. West gathers in the miss and then charges.
Let's go back to the other end. We'll show you what we're talking about. With Lightfoot inside, look where Lawson deploys perimeter, and he's gotten really comfortable over those last 7 games, as you pointed out, John. He can still score inside, but Bill Self now has different ways to utilize the All-American because he can play both inside and out.
Dotson as they feed Lightfoot. Jump hook is short. And now it's Haley. Haley brings it out and
throw it inside. What is that?
Ugly from Lamont West, trying to draw a call. Ochai Agbaji, and that shot blocked by Culver.
Culver needs to touch the ball in the low post. Kid is impossible to guard in there in terms of getting shots. Look at this guy.
Lightfoot gets the block on Culver after he tried to put it in from point-blank range. Grimes, nice look, finds Lightfoot.
Mitch Lightfoot has 4 energy points already. What do I mean by that? Kansas calculates dunks, offensive rebounds, blocks, shots, charges, among other things. They call them energy points. He's only been in the game 2 minutes, and he's already had an impact on this team.
It's a 7-0 Kansas run. And on the baseline there, Jordan McCabe couldn't finish as that was contested. Agbaji. Ochai Agbaji coming off the double-double Monday night. Kansas in transition. The Jayhawks on a 9-0 run.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get back to 100%.
Kansas on a 9-0 run, getting energy off the bench. This guy brings it, doesn't he?
Absolutely. There's a positive vibe going on with this team right now. And one of the big reasons is Mitch Lightfoot doing all the energy things that Bill Self wants. They keep track of those stats. Whether you get a floor burn or an offensive rebound, a dunk, a blocked shot, take a charge. And he told us yesterday his job is to get an energy play per minute so that after the game they add them all up. But John, at practice yesterday when we were watching, there is just a joy right now to this team. I don't know if it's the youthfulness, but it's a great feeling. Look at this. That's in left center field. And it started on Monday night in that hard-fought win. You don't see Bill Self celebrating a road win very often.
A regular season road win like that. I mean, that caught me off guard seeing that tape.
Listen, I don't have inside information other than just talking to the coaches and trying to figure out what they're going. The guy that left with Gerald Vick, he's not coming back. I doubt seriously. This team right now, they're together. They play great defense. I think Bill Self said it best. I'm happy coaching these guys. And they don't have Marcus Garrett back yet. Wait till he returns next week.
Again, been out. This will be 5th straight game with that high ankle sprain. Charlie Moore in the game for Kansas. And there's Dotson getting inside.
This kid, John, last year the 3 best point guards in high school basketball were Darius Garland. He went to Vandy. Trey Jones at Duke, and this kid, and this is a compliment to Trey Jones when I say this. You could put this kid at Duke right now, there would be no drop off at all. He has had that great a freshman year. Trey Jones is getting a lot of attention, rightfully so, but this kid has had to come in and replace guys like Frank Mason, and then of course last year the guy you're looking at, Devontae Graham. He has been absolutely brilliant as a freshman this year, as good as any freshman point guard in the country.
Dotson from the Charlotte area, played his high school ball with Tennessee star Grant Williams. Chase Harler here. Shot clock is under 10. Feed intended for Culver. He rips it away. Look inside, and Logan Rout.
Logan Rout's going to get a chance to play the last part of this season, and I thought he'd be a much better player at this point in his career than he's turned out to be. He's getting an opportunity.
KJ Lawson into the game, and he gets fouled. Well, tonight we'll have 3 of the top 5 teams in the nation on ESPN. Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, number 2 Duke, taking on NC State. And then, speaking of Grant Williams, number 1 Tennessee, on a school record 19-game win streak. They're at Rupp Arena to take on number 5 Kentucky, a Sonic blockbuster.
I think if you're a Vol fan, you didn't want Kentucky to lose to LSU early in the week. I call it the psychology of the schedule. I believe as a coach, sometimes a loss is good,
right,
because it refocuses your team. It gives them a chance to regroup a little bit. I think Kentucky will win tonight. It's going to be hard fought. They'll play again at the end of the regular season. They could meet 3 or 4 times. But I love both teams. Saw them both in the offseason. Both built around good defense. Great coaching.
Haley steps back. Shot off the mark. Lawson, KJ Lawson with the rebound. Kick to the right corner. Grimes had a good look at it.
Great drive by Lawson as well. You see how he drove it? Because you got to guard the 3.
And I think Haley stepped on the baseline. That's 7 turnovers on the Mountaineers.
You know, I don't know why guys step out of bounds. I really don't. You have to play. You know what you got to do, John? You got to play 90 by 45. Okay, the court's 94 by 50. You should never be on the outer part of the court.
Feed inside. Dedrick Lawson from Quentin Grimes. That's where Lawson is so difficult to deal with. Now he's knocking down the three-pointers. He's got a pretty nice array of post moves.
He really does, and he can drive it from the top, and he'll take advantage of that when Bill Self feels that mismatch out top.
See if Culver starts to get involved offensively. He tried to feed route, pass intercepted, and Dedrick Lawson down light foot, collecting a pass that almost went out of bounds. Travis.
I want you to watch Lawson now. He starts out at the top of the key. He's out here. Okay, now watch when the ball is moved, where he ends up, and it slides right inside. Hell, he had no idea that Lawson cut behind him. But to your point, John, he's become really versatile, both inside, outside, ability to drive, excellent rebounder.
One note, Derek Culver tweaked something, and he's headed into the locker room. Dotson inside. Missed it. Abaji tried to put it in. They're going to say offensive interference.
That's a tough call for officials. Let's take a look.
And there's Culver.
You know, whether it's out or if it's off or on the cylinder, I just love the hustle of Abaji. As a coach, I never minded the era of commission when you're trying to make something happen.
Tyler. Javon Horton missed, knocked out of bounds. Let's take one more look at that offensive goaltending.
And that ball's got to be completely off the cylinder. Let's take a look right here. If that ball is touching the rim, John, you got to call that basket interference. I don't think that was a bad call at all. But I don't mind it as a mistake.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's great effort.
Go get it.
Go get it. Worry about the result later.
McCormick is fouled off the feed from Abaji. And they get Andrew Gordon on that foul. Fran, it's interesting watching this Kansas team and playing with that kind of renewed burst, but it's a different team. You know, you're spending time around Kansas at the beginning of the year, and you're thinking about Udoka Azubuike and the way this team was going to succeed, and Vic knocking down shots. I mean, one of the guys that's making a huge impact for them right now offensively is Ochai Abaji. They didn't take the red shirt off him until January 9th.
Well, exactly. When we were watching practice in October, it was clear he was going to be a terrific player someday. And Bill Self said it this week. We had enough wing players that I didn't want to ruin him and only play him spot minutes. After the injury to Doak, after the loss at Iowa State, they took the red shirt off. And it's not just what he's done as far as points and rebounds. There's a renewed energy with this team because of the way he plays the game. There's a joy about what he does that's been infectious.
Johnson trying to find McCormick, and out of bounds. It'll stay Kansas basketball.
I said this a month ago, and now I think you can see he is their best NBA prospect. Now he's going to be here at least one more year going into next year. So will Dotson. But the kid is a tremendous athlete, skilled, and most importantly, poised. They stuck him in the middle of the Big 12.
Dotson from the elbow. Route the board. And the Mountaineers, Haley point blank, couldn't finish. Grimes hesitation, tried McCormick, and they turn it over. Tyler can't hit.
I just love what McCormick's doing. Running the court, rebounding, posting.
Grimes had a great look right there. He just couldn't hit it. And they get a foul inside on Kansas. All Jayhawks so far here in Lawrence. Welcome back to Saturday Showcase presented by 5 Hour Energy. And some of the former Kansas greats in the house. Scott Pollard, Nick Collison, Jacques Vaughn. And then that trio right there that helped lead Kansas to the Final Four last year. Newman, Graham, and Mikhailuk. Pretty cool
good.
during NBA All-Star break weekend. Seeing some of the old guys come back.
It goes fast. You know, we watched Devontae Graham and Frank Mason, guys like that, come in as freshmen and they're gone. But how about last year in this game?
Yeah.
The 5 starters for Kansas, none of them are playing today. And West Virginia, John, same thing. They had that monster game in here. Kansas shot 35 free throws. West Virginia 2. Bob Huggins was apoplectic. Now I've heard that Javon Carter is going to be returning to West Virginia on Monday night as they host Kansas State. That'll be fun. But this is a different group of teams.
You saw that list of starters. The bottom 3 with Konate out with a knee injury, and then Issa Ahmad and Wesley Harris having been dismissed. That's really been the headline surrounding the Mountaineers losing 2 pretty crucial players, and
yes.
Konate not being healthy. He hasn't played since early December.
Pittsburgh, he set the career block shot record that day. December 8th, I think. It's a long time.
Yep. And they're playing today with 9 scholarship players. 11 total players available. Shot clock winding down. Gordon got to get it off. He traveled. Yeah, by the way, how about this? Not one senior available for either team.
That's crazy.
But again, I think, you know, to me, what it underlines and what's so great about this sport, hey, man, different ways to do it for different teams. You know, Bruce Weber would die without his trio of great seniors with Wade and Stokes and Brown. They are the anchor, the core.
I agree, but I'll flip it around on you. How many teams could start 4 freshmen in this conference like Kansas has,
no doubt,
and still be really good? I think this Kansas team, they've had their moments where they've been great, especially early in the year. Rocky on the road, John. I just have a funny feeling about this team going into March when Garrett comes back. I think they can go a long, long way in the NCAA tournament. I really do.
Jordan McCabe knocks down the 3.
By the way,
did you say Rocky on the road, by the way?
Rocky on the road.
Okay.
I don't think anybody expected that team last year to go to the Final Four when we were midway through the conference race.
KJ Lawson, McCormick.
This kid McCormick, man, he reminds me of Landon Lucas. And he's ahead of where Landon was, who was a redshirt, averaged 1.5 points a game as a freshman. And he came to KU with both feet in the circle. There's no one and done talk with him. He's going to be around for, in my mind, at least 3 seasons.
And Landon Lucas had an impactful career. I mean, a guy that he impacted games, helped them win. Last shot contested, may have been blocked. Kansas by 16 here in the early going. And folks, our next UFC fight night is tomorrow. Former heavyweight champ Cain Velasquez taking on Francis Ngannou at 9 Eastern. That's in the main event on ESPN at ESPN Deportes. By the way, the winner most likely in line to fight Daniel Cormier for the title. Feed intended for Rout, and it went through his hands. And Terry Weimer saying, "Yep, it's West Virginia basketball."
That's a layup for Rout if he just catches that ball. It's a nice pass by Jordan McCabe, the freshman from Wisconsin. Well, I think there's an overhaul coming at West Virginia, John. I really do. I think, first of all, Bob Huggins has got to remove the guys that don't want to be in the program or won't adhere to the work ethic. I think they've got to recruit toughness. I really do. They've got a McDonald's All-American coming in next year, Oscar Tshiebwe, who's a big, strong monster. They've got to recruit some shooting. And I don't know if Konate's coming back or not. I doubt he will. I think he wants to play in the NBA. I don't think that's a reality right now. If he were to come back to go along with Culver and Tshiebwe, they would have a very formidable front line, but they have to go get some more experience in the backcourt.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
Culver gets the second. Eric Culver, the freshman, went to Brewster Academy from Youngstown, Ohio. Dotson gets inside, and this is something you talk to us about off the air, where they'll have Lightfoot and Lawson, for example, on the court, but they'll pull them out in order to give the quickest guy on the floor, Devon Dotson, space.
No, that's just Bill Self is a great basketball coach. He does as good a job as anybody at putting his best players in position to score. And what he's done with Dotson, especially because Dotson's had to become so much more of an offensive threat without Vic, without Azubuike. Watch the space he has. There's nobody in the post. And now you've got to decide how you're going to keep him in front of you. And what we've seen this season so far, that's impossible. And watch the spin off the glass right there, John. That little proper hand development that I talked about. PhD. This kid has had a remarkable freshman year.
Devon Dotson, he's had himself a nice game here. 8 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Lawson. Dotson will try a 3. He just keeps getting better and better.
He is as good a freshman point guard as there is in college basketball.
Contested that shot from McCabe. Lightfoot the board.
Heads up. He's watching. He's searching. He's finding.
Baji with a clean look. Kansas leading this one by 20. Well, no surprise in terms of this is a West Virginia team that with this lot right here, they are offensively challenged.
They are.
The team that struggles to score.
There's no question, John.
Devon Dotson, seeing him get inside, dials deep from outside.
The top team in the land invades Big Blue Nation.
Hold up, let me get up in
Tennessee
it now.
aims to deliver a statement, but number 5 Kentucky looks to defend rough. It's a top 5 showdown. Tennessee, Kentucky, tonight at 8 on ESPN.
Chris Connell, Alfonso Ellis, Alan Cup, Chief Halftime Report coming your way in just a couple of minutes. Got highlights of a wild finish in Louisville earlier today, plus Kansas State in action right now. Purdue's getting tested as well, so we'll show you a bunch of highlights. This is all Kansas here.
Yeah, they're taking care of business, do what they want to do. 7 turnovers, maybe the only gripe, but they're not looking ahead to Texas Tech, where they have next Saturday.
Yeah, I like the way Kansas has spread the floor, which allows Devon Dotson's quickness to take over. He's been able to get to the rim at will.
Look who else is going to join us. Joe Lenardi.
Brackets.
Bracket Bunker. It's all coming up at the Jeep Halftime. We'll see you there.
I like Lenardi Lounge.
Joey Brackets getting ready to make his presence felt.
Right now, John, late first half, Iowa State up on K-State over in Manhattan. If you talk about those standings, that would really jumble things up.
Ochai Agbaji buries a 3. And continues to have a serious impact on this Kansas team.
Oh, these freshman guards coming off a historic night Monday night, combining for 45.
West gets that to go. It's a 2.
Baji ranked 339th by 247 Sports last summer. He was offered a year ago this week by Kansas, and he accepted quickly.
KJ Lawson with a 3, the younger brother of Dedrick. KJ with 7 in this game, coming off of a pretty solid effort against TCU at 10 points in the win, played 16 good minutes for him.
Tremendous down the stretch, couple of huge baskets in regulation and overtime. Don't think he's not juiced now with the more playing time.
Culver and Lightfoot, I mean, they are in the middle of a heavyweight battle down low. Abaji sprinting up ahead, and he gets fouled.
Now, Dedrick Lawson, Bill Self said this early in the year. Dedrick Lawson is as good a passer as he's ever coached. And there's a perfect example right now. That's textbook inside-outside basketball. When you put it into Lawson, he draws a crowd because he's so difficult to defend down there. And then he finds his brother. Now, that should be routine, John, if you ask me.
That's right. That's the play that's called pass it to your brother.
Two more on the way. Chandler will head to Oregon next year.
And the youngest is a top 20-ish type player in the country,
2020, right? I believe, yep.
Jonathan. Kansas perfect from the line, 9 for 9. Don't tweet at me. All Jayhawks in this one, under 90 seconds to go here. First half from Allen, John Shambi, and Fran Fraschilla. And the bucket there from Jordan McCabe.
KJ, look at that. Now, you've seen him at the top of the key, John. Make a 3, pass it, that time drive it left. And that's the deployment we talked about. Bill Self has been figuring out this lineup since Azubuike's injury and the dismissal, or at least a leave of absence, of Vic. And he's getting comfortable moving Dedrick around.
Fans, more college basketball. Number 4, Virginia is in Blacksburg, and they'll take on number 22, Virginia Tech, in our rivalry week. Big Monday matchup. It'll be the second meeting in the last 23 years with both teams ranked in the top 25. How about that? Last time a month ago, and the Hoos blew out the Hokies by 22.
Yeah, the Hokies playing without really an underrated, tremendous point guard, Justin Robinson. There's no timetable for his return, but it's a different Hokie team without the senior point guard.
Buzz has a good team.
He has a good team. Wounded right now, for sure.
Matthews Gordon hit the deck. Jumper short there and out of bounds as McCabe didn't get quiet enough lift on it. Kansas basketball. 41.8 to go here in the first half. Bob Huggins' team, I mean, to be expected. They're shorthanded, they're injured. A couple of players dismissed from the team, and only 2 conference wins this year. Dotson just too fast, gets inside and puts it off the glass and in. Devon Dotson with 13 and coming off that 25-point performance against TCU on Monday.
You have to start thinking about him as a first-team All-Big 12. You really do. He has been that good.
Gordon facing up on Lightfoot and charges.
Doug Collins said it best about this guy. Know your role, stay in your role, and star in your role. And that is Mitch Lightfoot to a T.
That last foul, by the way, on Andrew Gordon, he's got 4. Culver has 3. And I believe Napper has 3 as well. No, Napper has 2. I beg your pardon. Lawson lost the handle. And that's that. West Virginia, by the way, 21 points, a season low at the half. So now 16 is their season low. Dotson and Lawson outstanding, all Kansas. Now we head to the studio. Chris Cotter, Dallin Cuff, LaFonso Ellis.
Thank you, John. Jeep halftime report. Let's show you some highlights, and let's start in the Big 12. Over on ESPN2, it's Iowa State, K-State. Lindell Wigginton finds Mariel Shayok here for three. Dallin, this is a game where last time these two teams met in Hilton, K-State got it done, but it's been mostly Cyclones here.
Yeah, they rely on their defense. They were great when they played up at Hilton. They've not been that good in this game, and this guy, Taylor Horton-Tucker, has been outstanding. 4 points, 4 of 6 from three. They're getting the shots they want and getting the spots they want on the floor.
Here comes Horton-Tucker again, this time driving to the 10. Barry Brown, though, right before the buzzer at the half, hits what is actually a pretty important shot for K-State because they're still down 7 even after he hits this.
Some much-needed momentum going into halftime.
There you can see it. Brown with the 16 points, but Iowa State leading on the road. Texas Tech, Baylor. Undermanned Baylor team. This game was a little earlier today in Lubbock, and it showed. Jared Culver had 18. Hits that three. Hits another three. Fonz, when he's making buckets, the way that team D's it up, they're tough to beat.
Yeah, they're tough to beat when they're knocking down threes as well. 12 made threes in this game, and that's really what got the game started early.
Davide Moretti, huh? Wow. From the corner.
You get the hand motion, too, folks. You couldn't see it, but it was there.
Davide. No problem for Texas Tech. Oklahoma visiting TCU. Big bubble game here. J.D. Miller drives in the slam. TCU up 6. But Oklahoma, you know you're going to get an offensive performance for him, but they did enough defensively. And here, Matt Freeman from the corner.
Yeah, offensively was surprising. They shot 50%. Now, TCU can be a bit of a sieve defensively, and they were that today, and Oklahoma took full advantage of it.
Look at Brady Manick. Got the haircut. No Samson effect for him. They're finding Christian James. Then Miles Reynolds with the reverse layup. Here's Manick finishing it. Oklahoma gets a nice win on the road. Oklahoma State taking on Texas. This one in Austin. Kerwin Roach drives. It's a really nice floater here.
So good off the dribble. I love the growth and his patience and vision off the bounce.
Look at the effort here by Royce Ham Jr. Can't get it to go, fighting like Fonz used to for that board.
Come on.
Longhorns get the win. Hi, everybody. Jeep halftime. Chris Cotter, Dallin Cuff. That's LaFonso Ellis down there on the side. This is a big day for the Big 12. Yeah. I mean, you got not only do you have Kansas trying to win 15 in a row and doing what they need to do at home, but that game in Manhattan is a big game. You had Texas Tech beating a Baylor team earlier. Joe Lunardi joins us right now from the bracket bunker. And, Joe, let's talk about the Big 12 because, as you've seen, Oklahoma, huge win over TCU. I mean, we can start there as far as two teams on the bubble, and Oklahoma really needed to get a road win like that.
That was the game of the day from a bracketology perspective, guys, because it kept Oklahoma in the field, and I think actually kind of comfortably in the field. I have them as a 10 right now, which makes me crazy personally to put a 4-9 team so solidly in. But you see the seeds here. The Big 12 has just done it out of conference. They've piled up the quad 1 wins, and they're headed for possibly a record 8 out of 10 teams in the Big Dance.
Joe just mentioned that'd be 80% of this league getting in. This league is really difficult every day you go to play. That said, is a 3 seed the highest any team that wins this league could get, though?
I think if you win the league and the conference tournament, certainly you could get up to a 2, but it depends on which team it is. None of the Big 12 teams have nearly as good a net ranking as they did in the old RPI system. It's just an ironic twist as we kind of shift gears in how metrics are presented.
Joey, sometimes it's about what players are available when it comes tournament time. When I look at TCU, their second best scorer, Kwat Noy, has been in and out of the lineup, in and out of, really has had an injury bug over the last month or so. How does his availability or lack of availability impact TCU's ability to get into the tournament?
I think if we learned anything last year, Fonz, your alma mater, Bonzie Colson, we thought that his return would put Notre Dame in the field, and it didn't happen. So maybe the committee doesn't spend as much time evaluating player absences or factoring them in as much as we thought.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. We'll be hearing a lot from the bracket bunker here in the month to come.
Lunardi Lounge. Lunardi Lounge.
That may be sponsored, Fonz. Might need to say bracket bunker.
We'll hear from Michigan when we come back. Wolverines getting a big win earlier.
This halftime report is presented by Jeep Wrangler, 2019 Motor Trend SUV of the Year.
The top team in the land invades Big Blue Nation.
Hold up, let me get up in it
Tennessee
now.
aims to deliver a statement, but number 5 Kentucky looks to defend rough. It's a top 5 showdown. Tennessee, Kentucky, tonight at 8 on ESPN.
Sonic Blockbuster at 8, but we got an hors d'oeuvre coming up in less than an hour right here on ESPN. Zion and his mates inside Cameron taking on NC State in the ACC. This has been the Jeep Halftime Report.
The Big 12, the nation's premier basketball conference, where the best coaches and the top athletes call home. Consistently rated the nation's best. In the Big 12, we play every team at home and away. When we say every game matters, we mean it.
Welcome back to Saturday Showcase presented by 5 Hour Energy. Yeah, that's right. Dogs and Frisbees. Nice grab. And at the half, it is Kansas, number 4G team in the country, leading West Virginia 43-16. Hi, John Shambi, Fran Fraschilla. That's Kip Kissinger. There's Terry Weimer. Joe DeRosa is there in the front. First half was kind of ugly for West Virginia, but focus on the positives for Kansas. You know, you said in the open how good Devon Dotson is. Ochai Agbaji has done a great job as well, but Dotson and that quickness, his ability to get the spots is unprecedented.
Yep, and he's even more impactful scoring, John, with the absence of Gerald Vick. Take a look now. He has been tremendous. 13 points. He gets into the lane, uses that speed. He's also got the three-point shooting as well. He's done it all. But here's how the ball coach, Bill Self, utilizes him. Now, it's not all Devon Dotson. The old ball coach will help too. So I want you to watch Mitch Lightfoot at the top. He's going to read the defender on Dotson. If McCabe goes under, he's going to automatically turn around and re-screen him. And watch what happens. You want to play downhill? Nobody there at the rim. That's all set up by great coaching right there. But Dotson, give him credit, brilliant first half.
So West Virginia in a huge hole. And this is one of the guys they're hoping to lead him out of it. Culver not able to hit. McCormick on the feed from Dotson. That'll go.
Confidence. Growing confidence from the young big guy.
They just have a different feel to them right now. I got to see them live last in Manhattan. That game a couple weeks ago against K-State. They were forced to play zone for a real good chunk of it and definitely didn't have the flow we're seeing offensively here in this game.
Now, and that might have been the final time Gerald Vick puts on a Kansas uniform.
Got to fire it off. Napper way off. Out of bounds. And Terry Weimer says Kansas basketball. See Kansas here today wearing the throwback uniforms from the early mid-70s. Kind of a tribute to the 74 team. Not specific to that team, but
Final Four team, absolutely. Danny Knight and the late Norm Cook. Roger Morningstar, of course. Rick Suttle, Tom DeVisto.
Great look. Dotson. McCormick gets fouled. And if it's on Culver, no, it'll be Lamont West. That's number 2.
So David McCormick, John, has started the last 2, but he has played an average of 8 minutes a game this season. And again, if you're just joining us, what makes this team even more effective is that McCormick's presence inside allows Lawson to play not exclusively inside, but now he can roam the perimeter.
Yeah.
And it just gives them more options. And again, we keep talking about it, but in practice yesterday, there's a whole new lease on life with this Kansas team.
Yeah, they create matchup issues. Whether it's clearing space so that Dotson has all the open floor and the quickness, or Lawson going to work inside or outside. And that three will go from Emmett Matthews, who got the start today, his first start.
He's a good athlete, young man from Tacoma. He originally signed with UConn, and when Kevin Ollie was fired, opened up his recruitment.
I feel like one of the first nationally known guys. I don't know why, but didn't Donnie Marshall come from the Seattle area to UConn years back?
He did, yep. That was at a time where Jim Calhoun seemingly recruited the country and magically was able to get.
Speaking of magically, Ochai Agbaji skying and throwing it down.
Well, we got the dunk contest tonight in the NBA, and take a look right here. This kid is a tremendous athlete, the best on this Kansas team. He'll be a pro someday. He works hard, listens to his coach. He's got a great attitude. Not now, maybe next year, certainly by year 3.
I was waiting for you to drop like eats his vegetables too, or something along those lines. Yeah. Foul at Quentin Grimes. All Kansas here, early second half. John Chambee and Fran Priscilla, thanks for joining us. Big 12 basketball. Haley able to track it down. Napper to Culver. And Culver will go to the line. They get that foul on McCormick. That's his third.
Culver is so big and strong. He invites contact. He relishes contact. And he is the most physical player on the court, not only today, but virtually every time he steps on the court in this league. Now, he had a little attitude adjustment in the first semester, so they didn't play him first semester. But since he's been on the court, John, his effort's great. He's got a natural instinct for rebounding. And if he were to combine with the guy that's on the bench, Konate, that would be a formidable front line. We'll see about that as we'll see what the future holds here for Sagaba Konate. He's not hidden the fact that he'd like to play in the NBA, but I'd like to play in the NBA too.
Yeah. Well, there's Konate out with that knee injury.
Remember, he was a talk of college basketball last year.
December 8th, last time he played, you mentioned, against Pitt.
Yeah, I happened to be at that game. He was magnificent.
Grimes lost the handle, got it back, puts it in.
Right now you're looking for small victories if you're West Virginia, getting some playing time for those freshmen out there right now, the 3 of them. Look how strong that kid is.
Culver, well done, puts it in off the glass.
He just put David McCormick in a pretzel.
Grimes, nice ball handle, a little shake and bake here, gets inside and gets it swatted. Haley, Matthews, and that'll go.
And that's what we're talking about. Now, these freshmen have played this year. It's not like this is the first time for them, but getting a chance to be prominent in the offense. Matthews, Napper.
And again, Culver.
Now, I want you to watch, John. This guy's 6'10", about 250. There's very little baby fat on this guy. Watch how deep he gets. He makes the defender disappear. I always told my team that when you're passing from the top, don't throw it to your teammate unless you can make that defender disappear behind you. Then you know he's open.
West fouling Lawson. Lamont West now with 3 fouls. Chase Harler back in.
You know, it's interesting. Dedrick Lawson is doing exactly what he did his sophomore year at Memphis. He's averaging about 19, 20, and 10.
Yep.
So he's doing it now at the Big 12 level. Bill Self said time and time again last year he was our best player. And he has been everything and more I think you could expect from him this year.
Got 16 double-doubles this season. Matthews feed for Haley, off Haley, out of bounds.
Haley has a bad habit of trying to catch passes with one hand. He's done that a couple of times tonight, and it's something that's correctable. But it led to another turnover.
Dotson feed inside, intended for Dedrick Lawson. It's a turnover. West Virginia ball when we return.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
The top team in the land invades Big Blue Nation.
Hold up, let me get up in it
Tennessee
now.
aims to deliver a statement, but number 5 Kentucky looks to defend rough. It's a top 5 showdown. Tennessee, Kentucky, tonight at 8 on ESPN.
That is coming up tonight. PJ Washington, Grant Williams, they'll still be squaring off.
That is the definition tonight of a barn burner. 24,000 at Rupp Arena. Game day crew in town. Schulman and Billis on the call.
Schluman might be watching us right now. Just doing a little press.
Yeah.
So that'll be a Rick Barnes burner.
Not bad.
They get that to be in the truck.
Check the media.
Manager of content, Frank Pachilla.
You don't want to be challenging Mitchie Lightfoot. I know that.
Shot short, hustle for it. And they get a foul on Kansas.
Mitch said, not in my house right here, not in Fogg's house. A lot of energy points today when they add them up for this guy.
Foul line jumper, that'll go for Chase Hartley.
Good job by Culver. He's getting double teamed every time he catches it. He doesn't have any savvy yet, but he does. I've watched him, John. He does have good passing instincts. But learning to pass out of double team is like picking up a blitz in football. It takes time and experience.
Abaji. Over the rebound. Napper just lost his footing. That's simple.
Watch the lob here.
Got it to Lawson, and Lawson wasn't able to secure it. Grimes. It's like more of a line drive shot. Normally this shot has a little more arc to it.
Look at this kid. This kid's a monster.
Wow.
And I want you to go back and watch, John. I mean, he's a bull in a china shop still, but watch how they clamp down on him. He doesn't. He finally finds the open man. Good job there, but technique could be better, but the effort and the IQ very good for a young big guy. But gosh, is he absolutely a monster.
SportsCenter tonight after Gonzaga San Diego with Bucci and Anderson. Jay Billis joined the show to break down the big showdown between #1 Tennessee and #5 Kentucky. And we'll have all the best from NBA All-Star Saturday festivities in Charlotte. What do you got for me?
John Morant, you know, about 2 months ago, nobody really knew much about him, and he has climbed up, shot up the mock draft charts. I believe our guys have him all the way up at #3.
Yeah, they're in action. Murray State against Eastern Kentucky. We'll have more on that on SportsCenter. Lightfoot hands it off here.
John Wall would be the best comp for John Morant. a better passer than John Wall, but just an absolutely scintillating athlete.
Lawson. Well, the Mountaineers, for the tough day offensively, continue to play hard. KJ Lawson corrals. Dotson inside. Wouldn't go. Necker rejected by Lightfoot. He's got another. Lawson.
This guy was shooting like 21% from behind the arc about midway through Big 12 play. But ever since they've opened up the offense, John, put him away from the basket more. He's getting more looks, more confidence. He didn't shoot this well at Memphis from behind the arc.
Good rebound, KJ Lawson finds Dotson. Diedrich. And from the corner, it's KJ. He's got 10.
Wow. Did we just have a violation? No, we didn't have a violation down here. We got a lot of subs.
So all Jayhawks this afternoon inside Allen Fieldhouse.
I'll throw it in there. That's it.
And Culver will go to the line. What were some of the tactics you would use in a game like this when you were on the short end? Like, what are you trying to do?
Survive.
Yeah.
Seriously, survive. You know, once the dam breaks, you know, you try to slow the game down.
But are you trying to do stuff? I mean,
no,
12-10 to go, 27-point game.
You're trying to
trying to do anything to big picture?
Yeah, get your young guys experience in a case like this. You know, now keep in mind, Duke was down 23 to Louisville in this situation, but we're talking about two different situations, John. This is a team that's undermanned, shorthanded. They've actually played pretty well here the last 5-6 minutes. And you're just looking for small victories. You're looking for experience. Getting Matthews and Haley and McCabe better, Culver. Well, Diedrich Lawson, there was a lot expected of the Lawson brothers. Diedrich has been good from the start. KJ getting more opportunities, and that just increases Kansas's depth off the bench.
Nachos. Back here at Allen, friends steal other friends' nachos. What are you doing?
At least he didn't double dip the chip there. That's good etiquette on the part of Devontae Graham.
That's fair. Malik Newman did not seem, I would say, actively pleased that was happening.
You think that Devontae Graham helped make Malik Newman a really good player last year? I say he did. I say he's allowed a chip or two.
Fair enough.
You know, Devontae made everybody better.
Great look. Dotson to Lightfoot.
Nice pass.
And then a push up ahead, and they get it to Chase Harlan.
Good job by Harlow to run the court, and McCabe, the freshman, who's a good playmaker, has played fairly well today.
Lightfoot looks opposite. Dotson in the corner. Charlie Moore couldn't hit.
Nice pass.
Over inside. Bill Self calls timeout, and he is unhappy. Still a 24-point lead at home. McCabe on the money, and Culver puts it in.
Spurs, Raptors tips off a doubleheader Friday on ESPN.
Now, folks, ESPN Plus is the home to thousands of live events, which includes 2,500 and more college basketball games, international soccer, UFC, exclusive originals. Sign up now, download the ESPN app, or visit ESPNplus.com.
I've tried to watch most of those 2,500, John. Haven't been able to do it. But for $4.99 a month, watch this.
Oh boy, that was beautiful.
Out of a timeout. You know, there was a stretch before Abaji got into the lineup. They went like 2 or 3 games without a dunk.
Right.
That's changed.
Well, they were dunkless without as a bouquet.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts with no donuts.
Yep. Haley not able to answer. There aren't too many guys as good as Bill Self getting that dunk out of a timeout.
There you go. Dribble with the guy. Backdoor cut. Where'd he go? To the rim. Take a look. Watch this. Harler. Now it's too late, Chase. Got to know that before you get on the court coming out of the timeout. But once again, this kid mature beyond his years. Bill Self, after the Iowa State game, called his parents and said, I've talked to Ochai about this. Do I have your permission to take the red shirt off? Dad was in Nigeria. Mom was home in Kansas City. They gave it their blessing, and it's turned around Kansas's season. And that's not an understatement.
Yeah. McCabe going for the lob. And then West goes down hard.
If you put a few more scorers around Jordan McCabe, I think he could become a solid player in the Big 12. He himself is not a scorer, but he has very, very good court vision. And he just needs guys that can put the ball in the basket, because that's his strength, is finding people.
They had a 5-on-1 in that spot. And it leads to the free throws from West. Misses the first. You were mentioning the impact of Ochai Agbaji. Maybe pointless in hindsight. But what was the anticipated impact? Like, do you think they're surprised that he has been able to help the way he has?
No, John. When they got him here last summer, and then in fall practice, it was clear that this kid was the best athlete on the team. The problem was for Ochai, Bill Self was loaded at the wing spots, and they didn't want to waste him. And of course, when your best player is Dedrick Lawson, and KJ's not a bad player,
right,
you want to give KJ an opportunity. Gerald Vick was here. Grimes was the #8 recruit in the country. And as it's turned out, necessity is the mother of invention. They have invented a kid who's not going to be here 5 years anyway.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be here 4. So taking the red shirt off was, as Bill Self would say, he was, I can't really say it. Let's just say he was a dumb such and such for not playing him earlier.
Moore puts it in. We'll have a chapter in the commercial about the things you can say on and off the air. Because as soon as you said, as Bill Self would say, and then I looked at you and you started smiling, and I thought, yeah, we can't say that.
Well, you know the favorite.
Haley almost able to step in for the breakaway dunk. Instead, it's Lightfoot getting fouled, and Mitch.
Well, you know Bill Self's favorite 4-letter word, right? Soft.
Yeah.
You are so soft. Mitch, you are soft. This guy's been anything but soft.
Today's made a big impact. Mitch Lightfoot, no question about it. By the way, Culver with 4 fouls. Lightfoot 4 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Hey, by the way, John, about 80 miles west, Iowa State has led almost wire to wire, a little under 6 to go. They lead by 5 over in Kansas State, and that game will reverberate around the entire conference, especially if Iowa State can hold on and win. If K-State wins, it really puts them apart from everybody else chasing them in terms of even sharing the title. But that big matchup for Kansas, and you had the first game against Kansas State.
Really entertaining.
Yeah, a week from Monday. KU, by the way, is going to be off all week. They'll have a little mini training camp before they head to Lubbock for another huge game. Chris Beard's team is playing really, really well. Probably the best they've played in the conference.
Feed for Rout, and Rout eventually turns it over. All right, so this is Kansas the rest of the way, and then the percentage is basically win probability. Texas Tech 28%, that'll be in Lubbock, and then Kansas State at home 76%. Oak State, they've been beat up. Same at Oklahoma, and then Baylor at home. So at Texas Tech, the most challenging of those.
No doubt. Oh, they were.
Feed on the baseline, they turned it over, and now final moments, Lamont West absorbs the foul. Bill Self getting a couple of his walk-ons in, including Garrett Lewinstra.
The race has tightened in the Big 12. Texas Tech, Kansas, and Iowa State all within 1 loss now of the leader, Kansas State.
And by the way, Kansas with this win, 30th consecutive 20-win season.
They want Garrett to go.
Winstra had it erased.
He's a good high school player here at Lawrence, All State.
McCabe fires. Culver knocks it out of bounds.
Now, you know what rule one? I'm going to get this in. Rule number 1 of walk-ons.
Yeah.
If your teammates don't have a car, you drive them to Walmart for the toilet paper and the toothpaste.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Then you've done your job.
Well, across the state in Manhattan, the Wildcats lose, and Kansas within a game of first place. So K-State 9-3, Texas Tech 9-4, Kansas 9-4. So it's a game in the loss column. But Kansas wallops West Virginia 78-53, the final score. For Fran Fraschilla and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. So long from Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Time now for Temple and USF.